Happy Friday! Woohoo! I know y'all are super excited it's Friday. I tell you what, even though I'm retired, Fridays are always like fun. And so I'm going to show you guys, I'm going to be making some chocolate chip cookies. And this is an old recipe. It's not Pampered Chef, I'm sorry. And it's not the mix. And y'all, our mix is really good, but you know, it's my daughter's bachelorette party and she loves these cookies. And so you do whatever you will make your kid happy and remember all the good times at their house. So anyhow, this is from a really good friend of mine that I went to college with, Kay's. It's Kay's Chocolate Chip Cookies. And unfortunately, she's no longer with us. And so I always just treasure this old recipe card. It's very tried and true and it is so good. And I think of her every time I make these cookies. And so they make me feel really good and happy that my kids love it. And it's so easy. It's one of those recipes that just gets passed down, I think. So I'm gonna start off with our oil right here. We're gonna put 1 cup of oil. And y'all saw me yesterday measure out. I'm using the measure all cup. And I'm gonna be pouring it in right in here. Push out that oil. And then I'm going to be using this, I'm using a bowl that was already made for something else, okay? There we go. And then I'm going to add, how many eggs? 2 eggs. 1, 2. I'm doing all of the liquid ingredients and the sugar, because that sugar will dissolve in there, in the liquids ingredients. But we're going to blend these up first so that that gets good. And then I'm even going to go ahead and add the vanilla, because that is a liquid. And I'm going to be using our Pampered Chef vanilla, which unfortunately it is not available now. It's only available during October and November and December, because that's when everybody bakes, right? But y'all, this is like, ooh, it looks like I'm just about done. I'm just going to add all of it. I'm finally done with that. But you only have to use half of the amount, because it is double strength Madagascar bourbon pure vanilla. So mark your calendars in October. Let me get in touch with me and I'll say, yes, it's here. The vanilla is here. So we're gonna blend that nicely. And then we're gonna add 1 cup of sugar. This is the Easy Read measuring cup right here. Dissolve that sugar in there. 1 cup of brown sugar. And oh my gosh, I was so glad that I had 1 cup of brown sugar. That's all I had left, because I used all the other one on the brown sugar for the sausage and bacon wraps. This is the measuring cup set. They all stack together like this, okay? And then the Easy Read measuring cups, they come in a set of 3, or you can get the 4 with the little bitty one. This one you can buy separately. And I've got those everywhere. I've got them in my colanders. They work really nicely. So we're gonna dissolve all of that sugar and vanilla and brown sugar and eggs. Yummy. And again, I'm giving my whisk a workout, y'all. Look at this. And then, you know, I just put my whisk in the dishwasher because it is stainless steel. So, but it's so nice because I don't have to get out the blender for this, okay? And then we're gonna add all the dry ingredients. I use the whisk to blend flour, baking powder, baking soda, and also I did add a little bit of salt. I had just like a pinch of salt to this. And we're gonna put that in here. But it's so nice because you don't have to use, get the mix master out. And then we just blend this nicely. And then we're gonna add our oatmeal, and we're gonna add chocolate chips. And we're gonna have the best cookies. And what I love about this cookie dough is it's kind of like, you know, buying refrigerated cookies. You can get some of the prepared dough, or you can just do it like this and make it from scratch. And it's really a lot easier when you make it from scratch and you know what's in here. And you know what? If I was not on film right now, I would be switching over to, and in fact, I'm gonna do that. I switch over to the mixing scraper because it's a little bit heavier, and this is a really heavy batter, okay? It's real thick. Now we're gonna add 2 cups of old-fashioned oats. You can add the regular oatmeal, but I like the old-fashioned oats. And then we're gonna go ahead and add our chocolate chips in here. And then we'll be good to go. I'm gonna blend this up nicely. Then I'm gonna be using my medium scoop and I'll be placing it on my rectangle stone. And I've also got my bar pan because we've got more of that. But I'm gonna blend this later because I want y'all to see something. Because the thing that I'm gonna show you might just change your life, okay? You're gonna love it. I'm going to be making Rice Krispie treats in a popcorn popper, right here. In the family size popcorn popper. And this takes like 2 minutes, okay? I'm gonna take a half a stick of butter. Let me show y'all this right quick. This is fresh butter. I forgot to get all this stuff out. There you goes my Pampered Not Perfect again. Our popcorn poppers, this is the family size one, and that's what I use for this. And I just kind of roll it with the butter. You don't have to coat it with butter, but I like to do that, okay? And then we're going to put in a whole package of Jet Puffs marshmallows. Where did my kitchen shears go? They're not far behind. Those are always there. And we'll put this in here. And then I'm gonna add about a half a stick of butter. Grab my little knife right here. This is my go-to paring knife. Half a stick of butter. I'm gonna cut it in half because I'm gonna put 1/4 of that stick in here. And then the other one's gonna go in the top right here. And y'all, it will not take long for these marshmallows to melt, okay? Put that right in here. If you're doing popcorn in here, then you just put it on the popcorn setting. And you can put 4 scoops of popcorn in here. We have a small popcorn maker as well. And that does 2 scoops, and it's really nice. Let me show y'all this one. So this is our small one. And y'all, this makes the best graduation gifts right here. It's wonderful, and it's not breakable. It's compact. And so it's great for traveling, it's great for college graduates, it's great for your first apartments because you're not gonna have to worry about it breaking or anything. So we love that. Then we're gonna get 4 cups of Rice Krispies. And I bought the generic kind because a Rice Krispie is a Rice Krispie. And here's this right here. Okay, get the kitchen shears again, y'all. And then we're gonna pour this right in here. This is the 4 cup of the Easy Read measuring cups. And it's just 4 cups of the Rice Krispies. And I will share this recipe with you guys too. Okay, and then what I'm gonna put this on, I forgot, I'm gonna have to be using my other, I've got 2 bar pans right here. So I'll be using this, and I'm gonna, you know, I don't have to do this, but I have the butter out, and I'm just gonna do it. And you know what? Butter makes everything taste better. Betty, have y'all ever done, Betty Botter bought some better butter. The better butter Betty Botter bought was bitter. If Betty Botter would have bought some better butter, it would have made the batter better. That's when I worked on with my grandson. So I know that's really silly, but I like doing silly stuff. I guess I could say it's silly, not pampered, or pampered, not silly, silly, not pampered. I don't know. Silly, not perfect. There you go. Oh, I need to go a little bit more on my little marshmallows. Let's see. Maybe. Oh, and y'all, the other day I warmed up. I was making, when I had to make 4 recipes of that chicken spaghetti, I used that big family size popcorn popper to melt all of that cheese and everything. And it worked out so nicely. I was so excited to have that. Oh, it was just the best thing ever. Let me go check on this. Now I'm gonna have all this. And after that, then I'm done with all of the things that I was gonna bake. I'm just waiting on everything to cook. Oops. Okay, I had a little explosion. I don't think I was supposed to add all of those marshmallows. Whoa. But y'all, I'm not worried because the silicone is so easy to clean. Y'all will love it, okay? So I think I'm gonna have to add more marshmallows. Maybe I should have just gone with the first one. We're gonna get the scraper out right here. mix this up. This is the mixing scraper, just the small mixing scraper. Oh yes, I'm gonna have to add more. You know what? I think it was supposed to be 4 cups of marshmallows to 4 cups of Rice Krispies. Oh well. But you know what? This is what's so nice about these little 3 ingredient recipes. You just add a little bit more. There we go. I'm kind of that kind of cook too, where you just add a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and it all works out. But look how easy this is to do. My goodness. And your kids are gonna love it. And you don't wanna go too Rice Krispie-ish, okay? Because then you take away from that goodness of those marshmallows. And looky here, y'all. Look at this. Just kind of pours out of here into my bar pan. And look at this. Ah, so good. And then you've got this wonderful stuff that you can eat yourself, but it's so easy to clean. I mean, it's just the best thing ever. I love my family size popcorn popper for exactly this. I think I've used it more for this than I have my popcorn. Now let me give you another little trick right here. Get your little spreader right here. We're gonna scrape all that goodness off because I just ate a big lunch and I'm not hungry yet. I shouldn't be for dessert, I'm always hungry. But then the stainless steel makes it so easy to spread things, okay? And then whenever you're ready to cut it out, it just pops right out of this bar pan. And you can make fun shapes with this. And what's really nice too is that it doesn't have to be perfect. I've made it to where it didn't even cover this whole bar pan before. And I didn't have any complaints on the squares not being perfectly square. They just ate them up and they did not care how it did. But there you go. Now, it'll be so easy. And I'm done. Yay! All right, guys. Y'all have a